Hello guys and welcome back to a new video. Today I have with me the BMW M5, one of the most amazing sporty car that you can buy in 2025. Amazing car, a controversial car because of the weight, but when you start driving it, everything else is changing because this is a totally different beast that people aren't used with. Why I say that? Because this is the perfect blend between electricity and still keeping a V8 4.4 petrol engine that's killing almost everything. And imagine that, a proper electric motor, 197 horsepower plus a proper petrol engine, 4.4 liter V8 twin turbo, incredible performance, quick response. Of course it's a little bit heavier, but BMW, something that nobody talk about, really thought about that, and the way they install the batteries for the plug-in hybrid system, it's very smart. Why is that? Because the batteries are somewhere under the axle, so the axle go here through the middle of the car in the back, right? And in the back you have the rear differential that send the power to the left and right. And then the batteries are positioned right here between under the floor, the same as a proper electric car, between the axle, and that make this car planted like a train. It's just incredible. I mean, the way it sits on the road when you accelerate, the grip on the ground, everything, it's crazy good. Probably is not as agile as some other cars, but this is a totally other feeling, totally other beast. It's just incredible. And the way it looks, man, look at this color. This is custom made, 6,000 euro. It looks amazing. Also on this version that I have with me, it has the carbon fiber pack on the roof, on the mirrors. We have 21-inch rims on the rear, 20-inch rims on the front. We have the ceramic brakes, cross-drilled and also ventilated, and here you have 4 pistons with a yellow brake caliper with M on it. The Hankook tires, they are special made for having some fun with the car, from drifting and so on, but they come also with a separate tires, Michelin, for a better grip. On the rear, the same story, ventilated, cross-drilled ceramic brakes, and then the yellow brake calipers. Anyway, the lines on the car, look at this, everything look incredible. The downskirt, let me go in the front. We have adaptive matrix LED headlamps, and I was super impressed last night. Definitely check out the night video because there I explain you how they work and how they look, and they are gorgeous. Down here, the air intakes, huge air intakes, beautiful lines, and also coming in the front we have this train front. If you remember those train from old times, they look kind of the same down here. It looks so good, and the huge air intakes, M5 here, it look gorgeous, man. By the way, this is the key, the M key. Unlock the car and you have a beautiful animation. Let me show you. Lock it, unlock it, and you have a beautiful animation. Also the grille, it's illuminated, man. It looks so powerful. I mean, totally love it. Here you can charge the battery, by the way. Love the fact that they have the integrated handles. This is a great touch, and also improving the aerodynamic. Now in this video we will drive the car. Also even the M is stamped here. It looks so cool, and it has also a super nice animation. When you open the car for the first time, you have an animation on the screen, and also animation on this dashboard with those beautiful lights that has a nice playing lights there. Now in this video we will drive the car. I have a separate video, full review, if you want to see the interior, exterior, material quality, all the detail, check it out. It's a static video, but in this video we will drive the car. We will go on the city, on the highway, so we will go through every single situation. Will be really interesting. And by the way, look at those exhausts. We have quad exhaust pipe, 2 on the left, 2 on the right. Beautiful back end. Really love it. It's a proper back end. Now because the engine is cold right now, I just drive it 1 minute. I want to show you how it sounds when you start it, and also when you accelerate a little bit. So look at this, look at the interior, by the way, with M badge, aluminum pedals. Look at those sporty seats. Gorgeous seats. The interior look extremely nice. Side support even on the shoulder. Even the headrest from down here, you can adjust it. You can make the headrest up and down. Not many other sporty car allow you to do that. So cool, right? Let me go inside and I want to show you that. Then I will give you some technical data. Press the brake. Hear this out, guys. No. First of all, I want to put it on M1. Check this out. And you can go to M mode and put it in sport mode, and you have a different graphic here. You can change the graphic, and now oh my god, hear this out. Oh man, I love this sound. So deep. And now the engine is calmed down. But I'm happy that you managed to hear the beginning, the starting of the engine, which sounds so nice. Oh, I love it. Really, it's such a cool, such a pleasant sound. And I'm so happy that BMW can manage to blend in the both worlds, electric and also the petrol. So you have the sound, you have the acceleration, you have the feeling, and you have also, when you want, put it in hybrid, and you drive smooth, even in electric mode, which is amazing. Again. Oh. Oh my god, you hear that? Of course, some part of the sound come also from the speakers, but yeah, it is a great blend between the sound from the exhaust and also from the speakers. But trust me, from the sound exhaust pipes, you hear a lot. Anyway, let's go inside. I think it's enough. I want to put it in, take out the M1, put it in hybrid, and you can see immediately hybrid here under the P. If you press this, is dynamic plus. I will explain you in a second what is dynamic plus. And here M2 is dynamic. So yeah, a lot of things to explain about this car. So first, let me take it to the beginning. So we have here a few buttons, right? So you have the M mode, so you have road, what that's supposed to mean. If you go to road, you can see the dashboard is changing in a normal way. It's different than other BMWs, different graphic, look great, sporty, nice. You see now the RPM on the right side, right? And on the left side you have the speed. And now you can also customize from here what you like to see in the front, like drivetrain with the temperature and other information about the car, the tire with this great classic car in the middle. Then you have the sport display with Newton meter and kilowatt, and the G meter, radio, and then we have the setup, so you can know what setup you have, because the setup is super complicated. There are so many things to set up on the car, so sometimes you forget what kind of setup you did. So you can see it here in the front, but you can, I will show you in a second how you change that. You can have the map, the full map on the screen. You can have the route preview and augmented reality, what that's supposed to mean, because the car can have 360 degrees camera and a front camera. You can definitely see a front camera right here. It's super useful in the nighttime, and it's very useful when you set the autopilot. I will show you when we go on the highway, and you can see the difference between the car in front and your car, and you can see how it works. It's cool. Plus you can see in the camera here in the front, it looks so cool. Then you have the assisted view, which shows you when you go on the highway and activate autopilot, what's happening around the car, the journey data with consumption, M, lap time, and reduce, and something empty. I will leave it with powertrain, tires, I don't know, it's you have even G meter. It's so complicated to choose one. Probably drivetrain for the moment to see when the temperature is right. Then here we have the setup. If you see here, you have a setup button. When you press on this setup button, you can set up the car in a normal mode, when it's normal, not M1, not M2, normal mode. So you have so many things to set up. Drivetrain, which mean engine and transmission, comfort, sport plus, energy recovery, because you have a plug-in hybrid, a big battery, the car can recover energy when you release the acceleration. Don't expect to be strong, because this car is not set up to be, you know, like super eco, and they don't try to minimize, you know, the consumption. They try to improve the performance, right? So the same as Porsche 911 they do with the new one. new facelift. Here is kind of the same, but here is more, a little bit more orientated to economy, so you can get also amazing numbers, and also you can drive super smooth, and I will explain you that. You can choose to have maximum recuperation, drive logic, and then you have the chassis, you have sport, sport plus, and comfort. This is the suspensions, steering, comfort or sport if you want stiffer, brakes, comfort or sport if you want to respond a little bit harsher, and then MX drive, you can choose between four-wheel drive sport, that means send a little bit more to the rear, right? And then you have two-wheel drive, like only rear wheel drive. It's capable, this car, to drive only rear wheel. If you want to have some fun, you know what I mean, you can do that. M sound, on and off, that means you hear some engaging more sound. Also the exhaust have some clappers there to help you with that. Good. Then if you want to configure M1, M2, you go to M1 and you configure it the way you want it. I'm not going to go through all those stuff, but you can make an idea about that. You can see the drive logic as well, and you can configure everything here, the brakes, traction control, M sound, and so on. The same thing apply with M2, so it's kind of the same things. You can configure it from here, and then if you go to driver settings, you have the driver settings, all that safety features, you can kind of configure it. I will show you more in the review video, so definitely check out. Drivetrain and chassis, electric drive on when you start the car, and then the charging. Okay, not too much. I'm not going to, in all the settings, go into the review to check out more. M hybrid, by the way, this is important, because on the M hybrid, for example, if you want to save the energy, we don't have too much battery right now. We have 2 kilometer battery left. Sadly, we don't have battery energy in the battery, so you can go to e-control, and the car, when you set this, will run the petrol engine, will try to hold this energy for later if you want to do that. Electric, only electric mode, but we need to have battery. We don't have enough energy in the battery. The hybrid mode is like when it works in normal mode, right? When you put it in dynamic mean if you need longer distance, good power, yeah, you can choose dynamic. If you want shorter distances, high power, like 0 to 100, 0 to 200 and stuff like that, for short distance, you choose dynamic plus. So it's really cool. Those are more for track. Here in the city, man, I mean, it's just doesn't matter. You put it in hybrid and the car, it's a beast anyway. Good. Now that you know everything, so maybe let it in for the moment. I will leave it in dynamic, maybe just for the engine to get colder until we talk. Then you have the 360 degrees camera, the same as other BMWs. You have assistant view, you have 360 degrees camera, so you can see exactly what's going on around the car. It looks so cool, really interesting. Yeah. And then I think I show you everything. And by the way, M Sport, you can go also in sport mode, and then the graphic here is changing. You see now it looks different, and then you can change on the left side what you like to see. Of course, you cannot see a few things that you can see on the other side, but it's cool that it looks different, it looks sporty, it looks engaging. But to be honest, I like a little bit more the normal view. And by the way, if you go in track mode means the screens will be dark and you focus on the track, right? When you go on the track, you don't need screens, you have to focus on the road. So here you have shift by wire transmission, red button for start stop, and here you can put it in S mode in drive, or in sport mode, the transmission, auto hold, and everything is set really well. I like the way they set it up. Here, love the steering wheel in leather, seats are in leather. Let me put a seat belt. Gorgeous visibility around the car, in the mirrors. This is just perfect. So from the point of view of visibility, I have nothing to complain. Lovely. Also in the back, almost no blind spot. Perfect position also of driving. You can set up in many positions, and also here you have like climatic system with some shortcut button, climatic system down here. You can also use this controller. Love the fact that they still keep those controllers here where you can see different infos, super easy. And if you go here to the BMW, and then and by the way, let me reset also the consumption, reset individual, so we can see the consumption, just in case you want to know that. But it's not that big of a deal on this car. I think it doesn't matter too much, but you can get also good consumption in hybrid mode. Anyway, and then that's it. all of that we will talk in other video. Good, you have two pedals behind the steering wheel. You can change the gears manually, but you have also the boost clapper here pedal, so if you press it more than 3 seconds you have kind of maximum power. Let me show you. You're in drive, you hold it, and then you have like 10 seconds of maximum power. So anyway, we will test it also when we go on the highway. But before that, let me give you some technical data before we start. The price of the car start at 132,983 euro, but with all the options like I have on mine, it'll go up to 160, 170,000 euro, depending on the options that you choose. It comes with a 4.4 V8 petrol twin turbo engine, rear differential, 8-speed automatic transmission, Steptronic. Also the total power with the electric motor, 727 horsepower, 1000 Newton meter. It's insane. Top speed 250 km/h, but if you get the driver pack option it goes up to 305 km. 0 to 100 in 3.5 seconds. The battery capacity, by the way, it's a 22.1 kWh battery, but usable 18.6 kWh. EV motor, 197 horsepower. It stay between the internal combustion engine and transmission. Also the range in electric only, when you have battery, 69, it goes up to 69 kilometers only in electric, and up to 140 km/h. Consumption combined around 1.6 liter, and the weight of the car 2,495 kilograms. It's a pretty heavy, but yeah, it's understandable as I explained you in the beginning. Fuel tank capacity 60 liters, ground clearance 11.5 centimeters, and the drag coefficient 0.32. CO₂ emission 37 grams, pretty impressive, and the turning circle 12.6 meter. But I have the impression it's even better because the rear wheels are steering as well. So the cool part on this car is that the rear wheels are steering. Front suspension double wishbone, and the rear independent multi-link, but the car comes with adaptive M suspension, and the rear axle, by the way, can steer up to 1.5 degrees. It's a permanently rear wheel drive with the possibility to send the front wheel and so on, whatever, however, put it in drive and let's drive it, right? So right now let's go to hybrid, and what I want to do right now is just put it back to hybrid. And you can see right now, going in hybrid, as long as you have enough battery, the car will just run extremely smooth. Look at this, we're just driving electric, and here it shows you what happened. We're in electric, and it tells you exactly what's going on. Yeah, there are so many things to talk about the car, and I tried to go slowly. Right now, for example, we are in comfort. You see all the setup here are in comfort, like the steering, it's in comfort, it's pretty assisted. I mean, it feels not super assisted, but pretty assisted. It's quite light, you can go around the corners in the city. Super lovely. What is lovely about this car, because you have those two worlds together, it's lovely that when you want to drive daily, you know, you can drive daily, but you can go on the track. So that's great. You go daily, for example, I go to work, I stay in traffic, I put it in hybrid, and it's silent, it's nice, you don't hear too much noise, and it's also pretty efficient. If you drive slowly and efficient, you can get also pretty good numbers. And surprisingly, for this kind of power, I checked the consumption was around 10-12, which is just incredible for the power of the car and for the way the people really drive this car. It's a test car, so it's impressive numbers. So that's the good part. You can drive it also as a normal daily driver in traffic, and you can see right now we don't use any energy because the engine is stop. We have the climatic system on, by the way, on 22 degrees, and we are on very low. I put it right now. And it's quite impressive to have such a beast undercover, driving slowly, smoothly, and silent. Plus, I don't even need to tell you, just everything looks so good, so impressive. Yeah, and then when you switch it to sport mode, and it's just a touch of a button, the car is transforming in a beast, and it gives you all that power and aggressiveness, and that's the most impressive thing. That's something that I definitely love about the car. You have also this hazard light button right here. I wish to be a physical button because sometimes I notice that it's not so easy touchable. So you touch it and you have to do it one more time in order to stop it, but it's fine integrated. It looks good, and when you turn it on, you see all the hazard light, all the light, ambient light is just playing yellow. It's so cool. But you see, now we are driving in electric. How cool is that? So you have so much power, a super sporty car, one of the most powerful M5. Yeah, basically it's the most powerful M5, the most powerful 5 Series ever. And in the same time, you have this quietness, you have this incredible, pleasant ride in the city, right? So that's something that definitely impressed me, and that's something that I really appreciate on this is the new trend this year's. I think in the next year we will see a lot of sporty cars with this kind of setup, incredible engine, but I'm happy that they still keep this V8. This is crazy, and at the same time add such a big battery. Imagine today on the market there are not electric cars, pure electric cars with such a powerful electric motor, 197 horsepower. 197 horsepower, it's a lot. So many electric cars these days doesn't have such a big electric motor, and this one have it, right? So it's crazy. Anyway, because we have these two both worlds, the car is so responsive, so you feel like you don't have any delay in certain moments, and that's incredible. That's what every people should look for. And this is a totally tank. Plus the way it looks, man, I had the car for 2 days and I'm just falling in love with it. And this is the biggest magnet car that I had on my garage. I mean, yesterday I tried to film the review, right? And then people coming and seeing the car and asking about, wow, what car it is, I want to see it, wow, how it's the interior, wow, it looks good, it looks good. This was, I think, from all my reviewers, and I have so many cars, 100 cars, I think this car was the most magnet to the people, to the kids as well. The kids coming, wow, this is great, wow, this is a BMW, wow, it's new. And that said something about the design, that said something about this M5. So yeah, impressive car. Now we are still in electric mode, even though we still have only 2 kilometers. Probably the consumption will be higher because we have 2 kilometers. The car and the petrol engine have to run more in order to recharge the battery. Auto hold function, you have everything here. We will test also the autopilot on the highway from here. I love the fact that they keep those physical buttons simple to use to activate the lane assist, adaptive cruise control, and man, it looks incredible. I mean, it works incredible. It's one of the best autopilot, not only on this car but also the newest is BMW come with these great autopilot systems. Let's see, what can I show you more. For example, if we switch right now to the route, to the augmented view, you can see the front camera in the front. You can see what's going on. You can see the tire pressure, and also you can see the temperature of the tires, which is great. The temperature of the oil, of the water, the turbine, and also you can see there the battery temperature. So cool. And then the temperature of the tires here, and a lot of stuff, plus the navigation with all the charging stations. If you want to check out the charging stations around you, you can see it here very easily. And yeah, it's just magnificent. I mean, there are so many amount of settings that you can change on this car. That's crazy. It's really impressive. And you can see all these guys that goes through the car, around the car. Everybody that goes around the car, they look at the car. It's just crazy. I mean, I told you, this is like a magnet. You see a lot of people, a lot of guys that work here on construction, they are passing. Look at this guys. They passing and then they look at the car, 100%. And I'm not even starting the engine. I mean, it's not even noisy. Let's see if they look. No, these guys doesn't look. they are too focused. But in general, most of them they are watching at the car. Anyway, starting in electric right now. The suspension, yeah, what can I say? Adaptive suspension, it's really good setup. I was expect even in normal mode to be a little bit stiffer, but it's not. It's pretty comfy. Of course, it is set up sportier, but it's pretty comfy also in the same time. Now you can see the car is driving only. It's super silent right now. It's super smooth, and it's quick even if you drive in the normal mode. Now, what I will focus on the first length of the trip on the autopilot, and then I want to show you that, and then we will have some fun in the end, a little bit forward on the highway. By the way, the amount of recuperation, you see I already set up to the maximum, so I release the acceleration pedal. You see it has an amount of recuperation like electric cars. It's not very powerful, but it's pretty powerful that you can anticipate the traffic and not using the brakes, which is also a great, very smart, because yeah, the brakes will last longer, right? So this is also a good thing, having those this plug-in hybrid system. Otherwise, regarding the weight of the car, bro, you don't feel the weight of the car, trust me. You have rear wheel steer, you have this amount of power. It's set up so good that you never feel like you're having such a heavy car. Of course, if you put it on the track, like you probably saw those reviewers, they say like, okay, it's heavy, but it's heavy if you put it on the track and you push it to maximum. But if you drive daily, normally, and even sometimes on the track, it doesn't feel anything. It feels super light. Anyway, let me put it on. Look at this, how easy it is to set it up. Set it to 80 km/h, and now the car is doing the job. And you can see there on the camera, it sees what happened in the front. It warns you to have your hands on the steering wheel. We have the hands here for the safety. We can set to 100 because it comes 100. And you can see right now the car, it stays between the lanes perfectly. Really good. You feel like you can trust these autopilot systems. I have my hands here, but it's really good. Autopilot, it's like working perfectly. It's planted, it stays exactly between the lanes, so it has no hesitations at all. And you can, of course, if you don't like this augmented view, you can go to, where is it? Journey data, no. Lap time, I think it's or drivetrain, no. Tires, sport display, no. G-meter, where is it? I jump on it. Map, route preview, no. Augmented view, no. Assisted view, yeah. You go to assisted view and you see the car in front, and you have a different view there as well. Of course, you have the head-up display as well. That's a pretty big head-up display that shows you plenty of information. You can look in the head-up display, but I think it's more than enough. Also, without head-up display, it's fine. I never look in the head-up display usually, only if it doesn't have a cockpit, but now with this cockpit, it's amazing. And the sunny outside and the brightness of the screens, it's very good. And you can see the cars around you. You can see what's going on, and the car, it knows that those cars are around here. And we are driving 100 km/h, and the car, it feels like it drives 30 km/h. It feels like you drive slower. You don't hear noise from outside, just a little bit of tire noise, but otherwise not too much noise, man. It's pretty silent. And the way, I told you, the way the car, it sits on the ground is just incredible. I mean, the stability of the car on the ground, it's crazy. It feels planted like a train. Very good visibility as well. Now, again, it's driving itself, it stays between the lanes. And right now we are definitely driving, yeah, in hybrid, but we will pass the bridge, then we are all the way to drive a little bit faster, and then I can show you how these beasts sound. And of course, even if you are in hybrid right now, just like that, I will take control because this guy doesn't stay on his lane. Oh, and you have the pedal here, the boost pedal. If you pull this boost pedal, blind spot technology there, if you pull the boost pedal, the car will give you the maximum amount of power in 10 seconds, which is incredible. And we will test it now. But yeah, surprisingly, going over those bridge bumps is doing fantastic. I mean, it has a pretty good amount of comfort over the bumps. Look at this. Pull it. Oh, man. I mean, even from 100, whoa, even from 100 to 150 was like instantaneous. It's crazy, and you don't feel like you're driving fast. I mean, even if you're driving fast, you don't feel that. You feel like you're driving slower. Again, I think you have to wait a little bit, and then the car, it gives you the power. But man, the amount of power that the car give you, it's insane. It pushes you back even from higher speeds. And if you're driving faster, it doesn't feel like you're driving faster. Look at this. We are driving 130, and I feel like I'm driving super slow. I feel like I'm having extremely good comfort. It's gorgeous. It's gorgeous. The amount of comfort and the way it's planted at high speeds is just wow. Look at this. You don't hear wind noise, just a little bit. You don't hear too much tire noise. Gorgeous insulation. Amazing car. Love it, man. And look at this, 140, and it's nothing for the car. It's nothing. You feel like you're driving much slower. So you're driving fast, but you feel like you're driving slower. That means a high quality made car. So great job BMW. Now what I will do, we will switch to M1. That means dynamic plus. So when you need the maximum, I mean the maximum amount of power, like the maximum setup, sporty setup, and we will test it as well. But wow, it's the car, it's incredible, and it doesn't feel heavy. Not even when you brake, not even when you accelerate. Usually heavy cars tend to feel heavy when you brake, when you accelerate, but definitely not. Of course, I told you, only on the track, only if you push it harder, only if you're Schumacher, right? So you feel that. But otherwise, for 99% of the people, this car, it's light. If you understand what I mean, right? Now, let's go to M1. And now the sound, it become engaging. You see the setup, Sport Maximum, Max, Sport Plus, Sport on. It's insane. The amount of power, and you feel in the pedal right now. The pedal feel much more. Man, how it stays on those curves. Oh my goodness. This car, it's a beast, man. Wow. Oh, how it sounds so good. Oh, if you wanna cross pass other cars, or for example, there's nobody behind. If you wanna accelerate, press the brake, launch control, and we can switch this. Route preview, map, setup, drivetrain, type, sport display, G meter. Oh, whew, stop my breathing. It's crazy. Wow. Whoa. Oh my goodness. It's insane. Wow, I have no words. I have no words to explain you how the car felt. It's just insane. It's really crazy. And the way it sits on the curves. The fact that you have that electric motor, it gives you that instantaneous power. That's the most useful thing at having those hybridization, if that makes sense. Because that electric motor help a lot when you start accelerating from scratch. It start with that, push you back, and then together working to give you that amazing amount of power. It's insane. You can see you can hear the exhaust, wow, it's crazy. Lovely car, man. You don't have where to use all this power, trust me. On the normal daily driving, it's too much power. This car, it's like a powertrain, right? From what I heard, you can power half of the village with this powertrain. Of course, not everybody with AC on, but like a normal village. So you can set up here again the autopilot, so the car will do the job for you, will stay between the lanes, accelerate, brake, keep the distance. So you can see right now in front, if the car in front is braking, your car is braking as well. You can see we can switch to see again that drive, augmented view, assisted view, just like that. And you have this assisted view with everything happen around the car. So many customizable widgets and things make this car so amazing. Even if you want to change the lane, the car will change the lane for you automatically, but keep in mind that you have to have your hands on the steering wheel. If you take the hands on the steering wheel in this process, then of course the car will basically cancel the lane changing. So all you have to do is, for the whole amount of time, you have to keep the hands on the steering wheel. And I will show you, I will prove you one more time right now. Going to 130 and change the lane, and the car is changing the lanes. Look at this, look at on the screen. But I just have the hands here, but the car is doing everything automatically. So cool stuff, right? And then again, it's engaging. And yeah, driving 130, it's like nothing for the car. Again, now it's keeping the distance between the car in front, braking, accelerating. And man, it's such an amazing car. Again, you want to be in silent, all you have to do is just press this button, and right now it's completely silent. Look at this, it's just hybrid, everything comfort, normal comfort, and you don't hear that engine. The engine doesn't try anymore to stress. But man, this is a good cruiser. It's such an amazing cruiser. The weight help to make the car an amazing cruiser at high speeds. It sits extremely well on the road. The center of gravity is low, so that helped the car a lot to have such a good stability. Go in the city now, so I want to go a little bit also to drive in the city. We can change also this view to map, for example, or setup, so you can see the setup or the temperature or whatever you want to switch. You can switch from here, very, very simple. And we can go also in sport. If you want to see this sport view, this is cool as well. So you can go and switch to sport view, and then you can see there, like, I don't know, like G-meter or sport displays that shows you the amount of power that the car uses. And I put it back in M1 maximum. Maybe we are lucky and we can do some launch control. There's nobody behind. Oh, whoa! It's for a few seconds you cannot breathe, man. It's incredible. 0-100 3.5 seconds. Crazy amount of power. Fantastic grip. The way it's gripping the ground, it's perfect, man. Oh boy, such an amazing car. Such an amazing car. I want one in my garage, man. I want one. If I had the money, it's so hard to resist not buying this. I tell you, it's so hard to resist. Going back to hybrid, bam, just like that, press of a button and we are back in hybrid. M2, I don't think it make any sense to use it as well. M2, it's also dynamic, but not for short distances. Like for long distance, if you want to hold it for longer at high amount of power, you use M2. Have also different settings, different setups. So you can see if I go in M2 right now, you can see there are different there. Some are in comfort, some are in sport, so it's kind of a mix. Depend how you customize it. And then yeah, of course M1, it's like Sport Plus, but amazing car. And this is the sport view, right? So you can also configure it. You go here, but I don't know, I like more road view. I think it's the best. It looks amazing anyway. And of course my favorite view, it's augmented view. I don't know why I love to drive like that with augmented view on. Now we are in hybrid, normal comfort mode. Everything is so comfortable. The steering wheel, it's easy to drive. The fact that the car have rear wheel steer help it goes around the corners so easy, around the how I say turning circle, how it's around the roundabouts, right? So you can go really easy, and I will show you that. I will prove you in a second. But incredible car. Was a really pleasure driving this car. This car also, it's one of that car that make you happy when you drive it. The same as I said with some other sporty cars. When you go out from work, stress or tired, or oh no, the train is coming, oh no, that's really bad. We stay here for 10 minutes. When you go home, you can see this graphic. It shows you that the car is recuperating the energy. You see that? So it shows you also this nice graphic here with the car when it's recuperating the energy with blue and all that stuff. It's so cool. Let's see the consumption until now. I guess it's 13.5. You see, this is the, man, it's good. Remember how I drive. Remember, we start with 2 kilometer battery. Now we have 10 kilometer battery. So the car in this meanwhile is just recharging the battery from the engine. So all the recuperation and all that extra power goes into the battery. So now we have 10 kilometer to drive. So how cool is that, driving the car? And also the consumption, it's really good for the way we drive. And yeah, pretty aggressive. So I didn't try to drive economical, but I tell you, if you try to drive economical, you can get some good numbers. You can get at around 8, probably 7, 8, depend on the condition. Plus we have the climatic system on 22 degrees automatic. I'm not even putting it on manual, so usually I use it on manual, you know, like that, like level 1 manual. And you can use it also only for driver if you want that. So you don't have to use it also for the passenger. You can use it only for the driver, right? So it's such a smart system. I really like it. So you can use level 2 only for driver, so the air will come only here. So that's really useful. Okay, anyway, I will leave it like that. But yeah, good numbers. This is the setup right now that we have. Also tire pressure with the temperature. Here is the navigation, by the way. If you want to search for charging stations, you can see you find plenty of charging stations on the map. So it has all the charging stations around you. You can press one and you can navigate there, but you have another trick. Go here and then go here up to the charging stations, and you have a full list of all the charging stations around you. I love the fact that, you know, from down here you have this controller. I don't have to go to the menu and use the touch screen. The screens are tilted to the driver, so you have a perfectly engaging view. Plus I can switch it from here. So you just choose, for example, a charging station, press it here, and then boom, you have a few routes, so you can choose from. It's so convenient. It's so good. And you have also internet connectivity. You have traffic information in real time, which is incredible and very useful. Plus I want to show you something. I love the fact that the car is connected to the internet, because you have the weather. You can see the weather. You have the interior camera, by the way, it's a camera here that you can see inside, traffic route. And you have, let me show you, you have the news. And the most impressive thing is that it shows you here updated news in real time. So if you choose business, you can see right now it's an update, it's a news from today, from right now. US European auto giant, blah blah blah. It says drop its annual financial guidance on Wednesday due to uncertainty over US President Donald Trump tariffs. The automaker, whose brand also includes blah 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 blah. So it says that they lowered the estimation for the earnings on the next quarter for sure. So yeah, that's normal. I heard a lot of news like that. But if you go here to the news, you can see all the news. Aston Martin limit US car import due to tariffs. Most stock market rise despite China data and stuff like that. Volkswagen say tariffs will damper business as profit plunge. That's bad, bad, bad everywhere. Total energy profits drop as price slide. French economy return to grow in first quarter. Financial market may be the last guardian on Trump. And Japan tariff and it's so cool. I mean, you have everything here regarding business, but if you want to find out from sports, you go to sports. And now we have news from sports as well, not only business. Even though I love business and I'm focused on this, it's so interesting for me basically because I'm also investing in the stock market. It's interesting for me to see all those infos because that helped me with the decision how to invest next. So man, it's incredible. I mean, driving the car and reading all that stuff, just staying here at the traffic stop in traffic, it's incredible. You can see ex-Premier League Liti lost appeal in 20-year sentence, and you can see sports here. Halliburton lead comeback to piece of advice, blah blah blah, and then all that stuff regarding sports. Norwegian successful story. God, it's fantastic. I don't know who's did that, but was a phenomenal idea. And I think in a business car and an expensive car like that, man, you need to have something like that. I love to see that also in a future cars news, and man, it's so good. And this controller, it's incredible. I'm so happy that they keep it here. So great job, BMW. Leave this as it is, because even though you have an amazing screen, it's perfect like that. The train is passing now, finally. And then we can start driving again. But yeah, you can see the engine, it's off right now, so we don't need it. So you save some energy, it's silent, no emission. And also the car have such a low emissions, which is impressive. Yeah, crazy nice car. I'm definitely impressed with it. So if you have the money, guys, don't think too much. At least go and test drive it, go and see it, see if you like it. But I'm pretty sure you will fall in love with this car, because it is incredible. The seats also, you have this side support, they keep you perfectly here. It's lovely.
The expected drive time is 12 minutes.
Now here it's a pretty bumpy ride that expect us. So man, it's doing fine. The way it sounds, it's really good. The quality of the suspension, it's impressive. So going over those bumps, it's such a smooth, such a good quality. Or suspension articulation, everything there, it feels extremely high quality. Yeah, adaptive M suspension, so what can you expect from a BMW? Extremely good high-end suspensions. And now in the city with a little bit of traffic, and then you can check out also the consumption numbers. But yeah, it doesn't matter too much regarding the consumption, but it's good to keep in mind that this car can perform great in terms of consumption as well. But look, exactly what I told you. If you want to drive daily, you put it like that in hybrid, and the car, it's just incredible as a daily. It's just really good as a daily driver. I have to pass now because otherwise we will block here. So yeah, it's really easy to drive around. It's smooth, it's light, and you can see in the roundabout the rear wheel steer help the car stays extremely, even though the car is pretty long, it's pretty long, and when you drive it you don't feel like it's long and you don't feel like it's heavy. That's the most impressive thing. And of course I'm not talking about track and crazy spinning and making laps and stuff like that. I'm talking about daily driver with sometimes going on track for fun. So, and it's pretty comfy when you have it on comfort, the suspensions. It's pretty good. It's much better than other cars that are not sport focused. Look at this, for example, in roundabouts, it's easy to go around and keep the piece of the curve. Going over those bumps is doing pretty good. And now even when you accelerate it in hybrid mode, you see the engine, it's silent. It's more using the electric motor and less the petrol engine when you have it in hybrid, because it doesn't produce so much noise, so much sound, and it's accelerating quick but smoothly. It gives you the impression that you have a comfy, simple daily driving car. So that's quite important for me. So you have the best from both worlds. That's the call that I make. You can see the head-up display with the map there on the screen. Look at this, guys. Look at this countryman side guy that don't know to respect the rule. Anyway,
please follow the directional info on the display. When leaving, please turn right.
now let's park it around. I want to show you the 360. No, I want to show you how the car can park itself. Here are a little bit of constructions, but check this out. If you press this button with the 360 degrees cameras and you're going around the parking lot and you want to search a parking place, just like that, look at this, parking reverse, look at this, you just choose, basically the car chooses for me, and now the car is doing this, the parking itself. I don't have to do anything. So this is one of the best self-parking system on the market today. BMW have one of the best one. I'm a little bit scared here when it goes in the front, so I will have the brake pedal on it. Yes, I did touch a little bit the brakes because I was scared, but I think the car knows what it's doing because I tested many times also on other models from BMW. But it's one of the best self-parking system on the market these days, and for me it's just impressive, the amount of technology that BMW bring on the cars, and this M5 is just speechless. And I think you saw before the 360 degrees camera, right? And also you have plenty of other options around here, so you can see around the car, just like that. Anyway, of course, the consumption, and then we are ending this video. Where is it? Around here. So we have like 12.9, so we have even better now driving in the city. So I told you, man, this car is fantastic. Anyway, that was the video, guys. I hope you enjoy it. I hope you get some useful information from here. From my point of view, if you have the money, if you want an amazing sporty car but in the same time a daily driver, incredible good, I think this car might be one of the best car that you can buy. Plus the way it looks, it's so aggressive, it's muscular, it's powerful, it's attract the people views, and yeah, it's gorgeous. Anyway, that was the video. Don't miss out the full review video. I will have a separate video on my channel where you can see the car, interior, exterior. We talk a little bit more about details of the car, so definitely check out that video as well. I have some videos in the night time. If you want to see it, how this beautiful ambient light look, check it out. Thank you very much to all of you that watching my videos. Really appreciate that, guys. Also, I'm really looking forward to see what you say about this car in the comments, so feel free to write me in the comment section what you think about this car, what you like and what you don't like. That will be really interesting. So thank you for watching, guys. Stay safe and we see you soon in the next one. Bye, guys.